How's it going, guys? Cody, guys, back again, dropping yet another video. Right, guys, as you can see from the title of the video and the subsequent headline, tragically, this is another vlog about another death in custody. The second in 3 weeks at HMP Liverpool or Walton Jail. Now, the reason this story is in the media is because this afternoon I was contacted by a prisoner's girlfriend. She sent me, she's called Lucy, she's amazing. I've got to thank Lucy, because if it wasn't for Lucy, this story wouldn't be in the headlines now, right? So I thank Lucy for that. She hit me up on Instagram. She's, like I say, she's a loyal prisoner's girlfriend and stuff like that. Obviously, she's seen my vlogs where I've begged people, if there's a death in custody where your loved one is serving time, please find out as much information as you can. If you can get a picture of the letter, because for those that don't know, when there's a death in custody, they either put it on the kiosk, they put it a notice on the wall, or if you're spending stupid amounts locked behind your door, they'll slide it under your door, the notification about the death in custody. It's normally got the prisoner's number, the name, what wing they was found on, what cell, and at what time. And then it says if you want to speak to the prison chaplain or Samaritans or anything like that, then blah blah blah. So this was slid under her fella's door this morning. He's got on the phone, he's told her. She's then told me, big mouth here, because I don't like people dying in custody, and I don't like the fact that the prison system, the Ministry of Justice, like to sweep it under the carpet. As soon as Lucy told me this, she told me the prisoner's name, said he's died in custody, took his own life yesterday. Ran straight to the Echo, ran straight to Northwest Tonight, BBC Northwest Tonight, Granada reports that cover the Northwest and stuff, cover Liverpool, and tell anyone that will listen that there's been a death in custody. I contacted the Echo, I contacted the senior crime reporter, Joe Thomas. Joe wasn't available, so I went to his colleague, Jenny Kirkham. She works the night shift, and I spoke to her on the phone and said, listen, this is the news. She can't write it just because I tell her that like this has happened. She can't just write it. She's got to get the source, so she's got to confirm it. So she goes to the Ministry of Justice. She rings them because they're open till 5 o'clock and says, look, we've got information, there's been a death in custody. Is this the case? And then they say, yeah. And that's how this story's come to the light, to see the light of day. It's the second death in 3 weeks at the prison. You had Paul Jones that tragically took his own life 3 weeks ago. God bless Paul Jones. My thoughts and prayers are with your friends and your family at this tragic time. I actually spoke to Paul's twin sister a few days after he tragically taken his own life. And lovely lady, and my heart goes out to his family. With this death in custody, I'm absolutely gutted, guys. Like I say, the prisoner's name is Ian Galtress. He was 47 years old. It's highlighted in the media that he'd suffered with addiction and stuff like that. Now, that's not something to be laughed at. Addiction happens for many different reasons. It's a coping mechanism. People take it to... Normally, bad things have happened in their lives, in their childhoods, and they use drugs as a coping mechanism. And addiction's a horrible thing once it grabs hold of you. According to Lucy, it was suicide, so that's how I reported it to the Liverpool Echo and all the media outlets. Absolutely gutted, guys. I've actually poured a drink, not to celebrate, obviously, but to raise a glass to Ian Galtress. God bless him, may he rest in peace. My thoughts and my prayers are with your family at this sad and tragic time. There's no more of a depressing place to die than a prison, especially HMP Liverpool with the squalid conditions that was reported by Her Majesty's Inspector of Prisons earlier this year. So God bless you. And like I say, guys, too many prisoners leaving prisons in body bags. Tomorrow, the Prison Officers Association National Chair, Mark Fairhurst, who wants to brutalise prisoners further, wants to arm his officers with parva spray, rigid bar handcuffs, police extendable batons. He wants tasers. They're going to prison. They're going to court, sorry, tomorrow to campaign for their human rights. Meanwhile, prisoners like Ian Galtress of leaving prison in body bags. You tell me who's got it worse. Yes, prisoners were convicts and were in prison, but not everyone in prison is guilty, guys. You've got prisoners on remand, you've got miscarriages of justice, right? Who's got it worse, prisoners or prison officers? You tell me. Like I say, yes, we're criminals. Yes, we're being through the system. They want to talk about human rights. You're having a laugh. Anyway, guys, I'm going to read the story. I'm sorry that I've ranted on and stuff like that. I'm just absolutely gutted, guys. When there is a death in custody, genuinely, like, hopefully you guys see the way that I come across differently when I'm doing these vlogs. It genuinely breaks my spirit, breaks my heart. I don't know this kid. He was from Birkenhead, Ian Galtress, 47 years old. He just turned 47 in January, February, March, April, May, June. He just turned 47 in June. Just tragic, man. Absolutely gutted for him. 2 prisoners in the space of 3 weeks. There's been 5 deaths at Walton Prison or HMP Liverpool in just 13 months, including Anthony Payne, who died in February. God bless Anthony Payne, may he rest in peace. I set up interviews with his mother and stuff like that. She's lovely. She's actually texted me today. She's in Benidorm, and she's actually texted me about this story. And then I told her, I said, yeah, I managed to get it out. But only by it's down to Lucy. Lucy told me, and then she knows what I do. So Lucy told me the information. I didn't have the information, this wouldn't come to light. So I'm grateful to Lucy. I'm extremely grateful to her. I'm very, very sorry for the loss of Ian, to Ian's family. Just shocking, man. So this is a story in the Liverpool Echo, as I've alluded to. The headline reads, "Prisoner found dead at HMP Liverpool. His death took place yesterday, and then they slid these pieces of paper under the door today about the confirmation notifying them of his death. And then the prisoner's got on the phone to Lucy. Lucy's then got on the phone to me. Instagram messaged me. Then I've run it to the media and stuff. It's been confirmed. It's now out there. I wish it wasn't the case, but sadly it is. So the story reads, investigators are looking into the death, which is the second in just 3 weeks at the prison. An investigation was launched after the death of a prisoner at Walton Jail yesterday. Ian Galtress was found dead inside HMP Liverpool, prompting a probe by the Prisons and Probation Ombudsman. A spokesperson for the prison service said, HMP Liverpool prisoner Ian Galtress, 30th of the 6th, 1971, died in prison on October the 14th, 2018. Our thoughts are with his family and friends. Now, the bit about thoughts are with his family and friends, they don't care about prisoners, guys. I'm sick of saying it. It's a generic statement that they throw out. And then they continue the generic statement. As with all deaths in custody, there will be an independent, don't make me laugh, independent, they're not independent at all, the Prison and Probation Ombudsman. But yeah, there's going to be an independent investigation by the Prison and Probation Ombudsman. The 47-year-old from Birkenhead is now the second death at HMP Liverpool in 3 weeks. Just 2 weeks ago, the Echo reported the death of inmate Paul Jones, who died at the jail on September the 26th. God bless Paul Jones, may he rest in peace. An investigation was launched by the Prisons and Probation Ombudsman after fellow prisoners were directed to support agencies, including the Samaritans. That is commonplace, guys. The cause of the 36-year-old's death has not yet been confirmed. This is about Paul Jones, God bless him, may he rest in peace. He was found dead on the 26th of September. Mr. Jones was on remand at the Hornby Road Jail, meaning his case was still going through the courts. The death of Paul Jones and Ian Galtress will be the latest Prison and Probation Ombudsman probes into deaths at Walton, which was the subject of a shocking inspection in January, and where at least 7 men are believed to have taken their own life in the past 3 years. 5 of them, guys, have been in the past 13 months, but 7 in 3 years. There's been 8 at Nottingham and in 2 years, and 7 here in 3, but 5 in the past 13 months, guys. And do you know what makes me laugh? Right, well, it doesn't make me laugh, but look at this sign on the front of the prison. See that? HMP Liverpool, a 21st century community prison. knocks me sick. 21st century prison, which is more reminiscent of Dickensian England. Abject squalor, rats, broken windows, broken toilets, broken sanitation, rats, mice, cockroaches, just run down, dilapidated Victorian prison, another prison that's not fit for purpose. And again, guys, as I've alluded to in many different vlogs, unfortunately, body bags are as much part of prison life as the understaffing, the record levels of assaults and self-harm, the spice, the dilapidated, run-down, Victorian, squalid conditions that we see in prisons. They're like something out of a Dickensian novel. It's sad, man. It's absolutely tragic. I'm so grateful for Lucy. I can't stress it enough. I'm so grateful to Lucy for telling me this information, because it's able to, because the truth is, if Lucy didn't tell me, and let's say that Ian's family, Ian Galtress's family, didn't go to the media, do you know what would happen, guys? Honestly, do you think that this story would see the light of day? No. Absolutely not. What would have happened? It would have been swept under the carpet. You've got, right, HMP Liverpool, right, like a couple of other prisons, they've got their own Twitter accounts. Do you think that they put the death in custody of Paul Jones, Ian Galtress, or Tony Payne, God bless all three of them, may they rest in peace, on there? Do you think that they tweet about that? Do you think so? No, they don't. It's all shh. And do you know what they do, guys, as well? I don't know if you know this, you may or may not know this. Whenever there is a death in custody, if your loved one dies in prison, hopefully that never, ever, ever, ever happens, touch wood. But if it does, do you know what the prison tries to do to try and sweeten you up? They tell you they will pay, I think it's £3,000 or £4,000 between the two sums towards, when a prisoner takes his own life in prison, they pay £3,000 to £4,000 towards the funeral. When I spoke to the twin sister of Paul Jones, who took his life at Walton Prison on the 26th of September, God bless Paul Jones, may he rest in peace, my thoughts and prayers are still with your family. She told me that when they came to notify the family about his death, they kept saying, but it's all right, we're going to pay for his funeral. And she was angry because she's like, yeah, but that's not going to bring my brother back, is it? You know what I mean? There's no more of a depressing place in the whole world to die than in prison. There isn't. I'm telling you now, there is not. There is simply is not. And people can tell me whatever they want to tell me. You've got those on the right side of the tracks. Oh, yes, but the prisoners, you don't really like prisoners. Like, brutalisers and everything else, right? If I went from an arsehole, I'd fart. You want to brutalise prisoners who before they was ever offenders, they was first victims, right? And you call us monsters, right? Psh. Like I say, guys, it's shocking, it's appalling, and it's wrong. The thing is, do you know what the thing is? Do you know what I've learned, guys, by doing these vlogs? When I do a vlog about a death in custody of a prisoner, and I put the tags in and stuff for the prisoner's name, the prison, and things like that about the death in custody, do you know what seems to happen, and has happened for the past like 10 months? The prisoner's family contacts me. Do you know what I mean? The prisoner's family see my vlog, they contact me. I'm always very respectful and stuff, guys, like I say, because one, I feel for prisoners. As a former prisoner, I've also got, like, do you know what I mean? And I've got nothing but, like, empathy and sorrow and respect for the fallen prisoner and for their family. So they reach out to me, and then I speak to them on the phone. Earlier this year, back in February, when Anthony Payne, Tony Payne, or Toe, he was called to his mum, Janet. She's, like I said, I spoke to her, guys, right, check this out. I did a vlog 48 hours after he died. His mother rang me. Sorry, no, his sister reached out to me on Facebook. Chelsea, she's a lovely girl. I then spoke to Tony's mother 48 hours after it happened, guys. It was the most rawest, most humbling experience of my life. She was very, I told her, I said, speak out, pay tribute to Tony, make sure his death not in vain. She did exactly that. I set up stupid amounts of interviews for her, and she was lovely. Tony Payne shouldn't have been in prison, guys. Tony Payne was a mentally ill prisoner. He was on the roof throwing, he was having a psychotic episode. He wasn't in charge of his own actions. He was throwing roof slates, not at the police, not at anyone in particular, just throwing them onto the ground. Tony's mother, Janet, begged the judge, please, please, please do not send my son to prison. To the judge. The judge ignored it, sent him to prison. I think a day or two before Tony took his own life, probation had actually gone out to his house to approve him for home detention curfew. For release. Like for a release. Tragically, he never made it that far. Well, it hurts me, guys. It genuinely hurts me. It guts me. It devastates me, genuinely. If you were out there and you've got a loved one in prison, right? My number's on my description. I'll put my number in the link below, in the description below. My number's on my channel, guys, right? I've got Instagram, I've got Facebook, I've got Twitter. My number's there, my email's there. If you know of a death in custody, right? Try to find out as much information. If your loved one's got a phone in prison, a mobile phone, a smartphone, get a picture of the piece of paper. Get it out to me. Get as much details, the wing, the time, the date. The sooner the better. Get it out to me and I'll get it in the media headlines. Because if it was your loved one that was to be taken in these circumstances, I'm sure you guys would want the story to get out. That's all I ask. I'm hoping to highlight obviously the deaths in custody and hopefully keep it in the public eye, and so that the prison system changes, they decrease prison numbers, increase mental health services. I know I'm living in a fantasy world, guys, because that's not going to happen, but something needs to change. It is too much, too soon, too often. Look at my last few vlogs, guys. Suicide, prisoner setting himself on fire that took his own life, another one ended up with life-changing injuries, suicide in prison, Nottingham, Whitemore. You had Joshua Scholich up at Durham, God bless him. I spoke to his fiancée, she's a lovely lady. Anthony Payne, do you know what I mean? You've got Ian Galtress, Paul Jones, the list goes on. And my heart and my thoughts and my prayers and my sincerest condolences are with those prisoners' families at this sad and tragic time. Let me know what you think about the story, guys. I'm sorry to go on for 17 minutes. Something I feel very, very, very strongly about. Like, comment, subscribe. Cody out.